after night. Frustration for families. They're told they can take a trip to the zoo, but they can't go back to school. Good evening. There were winners and losers in the announcement made by the Prime Minister in the last hour on how lockdown restrictions will be eased further. London Zoo, who said yesterday they face the threat of permanent closure, can reopen from Monday. Churches can also open their doors for private prayer. But schools cannot welcome all pupils back before the autumn term, leaving some families in the capital and charities who work with them fearful about how they will feed and educate children for the next 3 months. More on that in a moment. First, our political correspondent Simon Harris on today's announcements. All right, Simon, so no gyms, but there was some good news today for single households.
Yes, the big winners from bubble. So if you do live alone, you'll have to restrict your visits to...
All right, Simon, thank you. Well, the decision not to open schools will make what has been a difficult few months much harder, according to charities working with families in South London. In the House of Commons earlier, Boris Johnson again said free school meals won't continue through the summer holidays because this isn't what is normally done. But as Martin Stew reports, many families argue this situation is far from normal. Julie Jones ending that report from Martin Stew. And to pick up on that point, I'm joined now by Dr Hubeida Haq from Race Equality. London Metropolitan University is dropping the name of 17th century merchant Sir John Cass from its art, architecture and design school in recognition of his links to the slave trade. Now across the country, just a few minutes ago at 6 p.m, people were asked to take a knee in support of the anti-racism protests. Stand Up to Racism gathered demonstrators in Windrush Square in Brixton. Antoine Allen, two sisters who were found dead in a park in Wembley, were stabbed multiple times, police have confirmed. Well, next to the impact of coronavirus on the London businesses that rely on tourists. The Clink Prison Museum has been a familiar sight on the South Bank for over 20 years. Like many small businesses, the family-run attraction has been under lock and key since the start of the pandemic at what is normally one of its busiest times of the year, as Rags Martel reports. Now, when non-essential shops reopen on Monday, that means charity shops can too. The almost 3-month closure has seen donations plummet. As a nation, we've been given more in lockdown to NHS charities, but less to others. For smaller charities, there is hope that Monday will see a flood of donations as people hand over what they've cleared out during lockdown, as Chloe Keedy reports. Now, theatres and venues are closed, the streets are empty, but it hasn't stopped the Royal Ballet from dancing. Mick Jagger's partner, Melanie, is one of the creators of a film showing off their skills while they can't perform to audiences. The film, Ghostlight, features dancers from the Royal Ballet and is set to the Rolling Stones' new song, released in April, all to raise money for the arts. Katie Barnfield reports. Sally is here now to talk weather, not ballet dancing. I know you have dabbled, Sally, but it's going to it's getting a bit wetter, isn't it now? A bit more rain.
I know, we've not doing than we had in the whole of May.
It was so hot and dry, wasn't
it? I know,
yeah.
But we've still got about 4.
Now, for 10 weeks, every Thursday evening, the country united in its appreciation for health workers with the 8 p.m. clap for carers. And while the initiative's founder announced last month that she felt it had run its course, Anne-Marie Plass is among those encouraging the country to come together again on the 5th of July, the 72nd birthday of the NHS, to say another big thank you. Faye Barker reports. And that is it. We are back with the latest after ITV News at 10. Coming up, Mary with the ITV Evening News. But from me and the rest of the London team, bye-bye and take care.